Every day, American Indian children are going into the child welfare system, and there are no options for them with respect to going to American Indian homes.
Anytime, we have about 1,000 children in the system in Denver County, and 2% of those children are American Indian or Alaskan Native. Our biggest goal is really to keep kids in their families if it's safe. But if that can't happen, we really want to place children when we can in Native homes, but the problem is we don't always have those homes that we need.
When the children don't have that, they lose a sense of identity, a sense of belonging, they lose their culture, their heritage, and some of them even lose their language. So it's real important that we have a Native American foster family to foster our children.
Denver County really has a commitment to not only the law of the Indian Child Welfare Act, but also the spirit of the law. And the spirit of the law is really about keeping kids connected to their culture, which is so vital to the Native community.
Without a family, they're lost. Without a family, they have no guidance. They may know that they're Native, but they don't know how to live that.
There can be a real loss for the child because they often become not only disconnected from their birth family, but they also lose a lot of the cultural connections that they should have.
I believe that they need to be connected to the ways of our people, because when I was growing up in foster homes, I didn't have that.
I was a foster child and also then adopted to a non-Native family. If I had an opportunity to trade all of the benefits that I had with the family that I grew up in, which was a wealthy family, I still would have preferred to have an American Indian adoptive home. That's how important culture is to me.
It feeds the soul of a Native child. When you come into a cultural home.
Many cultures have books and things like that. Our teachings, our way of life really get passed down through the generations, and from grandparent to parent to child. When you take a child out of that system, there's nowhere for that wisdom, there's nowhere for that cultural information to go.
I think through the storytelling was a way of my grandma teaching me that we're all capable of doing great things. I know that I can offer that to other children, for them to have an opportunity for a better life and to open up my home for them.
If we lose our children into non-Indian homes, then I always liken it to how many feathers does an eagle have to lose before that eagle can no longer fly? And one of the ways that we can let that eagle fly is by having American Indian families really step up to the plate and become foster adopt families.
We have a very strong connection to our tribal heritage and the responsibility that goes with that.
It's a traditional way to, honor the children.
These are our children, these are our kids. We as Native peoples, we need to step up to the plate and take that responsibility and take these kids into our homes.
These kids really do need you. We really have a need for Native foster homes in Denver County.
In fact, our children are our most sacred resource, then we need to step up for them in whatever way that we can.
At the end of the day, what is important for our kids is that they have people that are going to support them. You can be that support. You can be the person that helps get them through this really difficult time in their life.
And I know sometimes you don't feel like this is a great time for you, but you can still have a role. You can still encourage your friends and families and people that you work with to look into becoming a foster adopt home.
Even if you're just considering being a foster parent, we hope that you don't rule yourself out before you give us a call.
I was hesitant to come because I'm not married. And they said, well, we accept single people.
And the truth is, if we have room in our hearts, we have room in our homes for these children who need us so badly. And I can tell you there is support out there. There are all sorts of people whose passion is making sure that foster families feel comfortable doing what they do best.
Anything it takes to make you successful, we're willing to do and provide support for you to assist you in being successful.
From beginning to end, we are there to support you.
The caseworker that we've been working with has been really helpful, bringing us resources, giving us directions of where we can get more help.
The Denver Indian Family Resource Center is here for the Native community in Denver.
And they help us keep our kids connected to so many different services and supports.
Anything that we can do to support Denver Human Services and families that are interested to take on this very important responsibility. We would do whatever we can to help you be successful.
The love that we show them is going to impact them, and it's going to stay with them for all their lives.
Explore it, because it can be very, very rewarding. They become a part of you. Words cannot describe how that feels.
Knowing that you're contributing to helping a child become the best human being that he can be, that was very powerful for me. Something just as small as that, and I didn't realize it would be that meaningful to me, but I've hung on to that.